So we're looking at our final segment for our Jeopardy Quarter 3 benchmark review. So let's start with box and whisker plots for 200. Adam made a stem and leaf plot of his 15 test scores. What is the median of the data? So take this. This is 56, 60, 64, 68, 68, 72, 76, 76, running out of room, 80, 80, 80, 88, 92, 92, 96, and median mafia, knock off the ends. So it looks to me like the median in the middle is 76. Box and whisker plots for 400. Box and whisker plot below shows each snowfall in inches at Winterberry Ski Resort last year. Snowfall in inches. What is the upper quartile of this data? So that should be right there, and that is 14. Box and whisker plots for 600. The plot below shows the math test grades for a class. If Stephen earned a score of 96, in which quartile does his test score fall? So here, this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. So looking at that, that looks to me like that's 90 right there at the upper quartile. So that means to me that 96 would be right here in the fourth quartile. So I would pick fourth there. For 800, Roberto recorded the income he earned mowing lawns each weekend for 12 weeks. He made a box and whisker plot to display the data. What is the range of his income? Range would be from the littlest to the biggest, from the minimum to the maximum. So that looks to me from here to here, 100 minus 65. Careful with your regrouping. That will be a 35. Alright, so for 2 weeks, Susan recorded the number of cakes she sold at her bakery. What is the lower quartile of Susan's data? So, median mafia. Knocking off the ends. 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6. Alright, 7 and 7. When we knock them off there, we're actually going to use this number in between. And that will be 5. Okay, now these guys are still included when I'm looking for quartiles. So, over here, to find the quartile. 1 and 5, 2 and 3, 2 and 3 again, and that leaves you with 2 in the middle there for the lower quartile. And that's all we've got for box and whisker plots. So let's return. Let's finish up with the category of slope. Slope for 200. What is the slope of the line on this graph? So, counting the rise first, start on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a -4 for the rise because we went down. And then here we moved 1. Don't leave it that way. That one is -4. Make sure you do simplify to the lowest terms. Slope for 400. What is the slope of the line on this graph? Well, count your rise, start on the left, count your rise. 1, count when you move. 1, 2, 3. So that was an increase of 3. 1, 2 is my run, rise over run, 3 over 2. 600, which is the slope of the line that contains the ordered pairs 3, 4, and 6, 10. So we're going to use the y sub 2 minus the y sub 1 over the x sub 2 minus the x sub 1 formula. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So 10 minus 4 over 6 minus 3. And here we're going to have 6. Here we're going to have 3. Some of you left it as 2 over 1. That best answer there is 2. If you did 4 minus 10, you should do 3 minus 6, and you're going to have negative 6 over negative 3, and that should still give you 2, because a negative divided by negative is a positive, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So you should still get the same answer there. Almost done. What is the slope of the line that contains the ordered pairs negative 2, negative 5, and 3, negative 7? So we're going to use that formula again. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 is negative 7. And then y1 is negative 5. So I'm subtracting a negative 5. Just plug it into this formula. Leave the subtraction signs. Alright, x2 was 3. Well, x1 is negative 2. So, kiss the frogs, add the opposite. Negative 7 plus a positive 5 is negative 2. 3 minus negative 2, kiss your frog, add the opposite. Negative 2 over 5 is your slope for that one. Yay, the last one, slope for 1,000. I'm hoping you can glance at that and know that this is undefined. Draw yourself a little picture of Joe. Joe can't stand on this kind of cliff. Joe falls off the cliff. Joe is in pieces because he fell off the cliff. He is no longer defined as Joe. This is an undefined slope. That's all we've got for today for reviewing for our quarter 3 benchmark. I hope you're ready. Thanks for listening.